drinking coffee since he was 3, like the British with tea. Fixation like pollen with feet. So think a little bit critically. Moist liquid indeed. Don't be the next fit for Charlie. When the coffee gal gets down to the river to go ask the wizard, can you make him complete? He said, careful son for what you wish for. When you strive for more, you can end up too deep. He said, make me a coffee cow. I don't care what you have to do. Give me Froste mix so I can handle all this brew.
It's really insane that I sing this song. It's insane because it's a testament to Pei's talent that I would ever consider singing along to a song about a fictional tale, fan fiction, of me going to a wizard to turn myself into a cow so I can drink my coffee. Like, it's so ludicrous, but it's catchy.
Make me a coffee cow. I don't care what you have to do. Give me
non-fiction? You think it's a documentary?
So I can handle all this brew. Coffee, cow.
You got an AMD ad on my stream? Those motherfuckers. Okay, spend the money. Spend all the money you want. I'll take my cut. It's not going to change a fucking dime. What up, Big Ed? Intermediate Marketing Monday for? Let's go. Let's go. I am not going to play Fire and Maneuver. That sounds like a Flash game. Wait.
This is the tale of the coffee cow. Every full moon he comes into town, takes all our coffee and disappears, leading to years and years of fear. In search for a blessing he found a curse, one that may never be reversed, with an obsession here and now. This is the tale of the coffee cow went down to the river.
Hold up. Wait.
Can you make me complete? He said, careful son for what you wish for. When you strive for
oh no, I can't find it.
You can end up too deep.
Oh no, I can't find it. Wait, I really want to
He
share this.
He said, make me a coffee cow. I don't care what you have to do. Give me.
All right, what's up? How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Whippy Fish, thank you for the 4 months. Chid 3, thank you for the 6 months. Link Stoner, thank you for the 3. Cad Geege, thank you for the 14. Rafi, thank you for the 12. Acrola, thank you for the 11 months. Tuning into your night class. This is not your night class. You can't tell people in your life you're going to night school and you're just watching Marketing Monday once a week. Okay? Is this pre-recorded? Yes, Trash Panda, it is. It is pre-recorded. All of this, I'm just guessing that someone said that, and I guessed your name would be Trash Panda. It is pre-recorded, though. 100%. Once a week, Omega Law. Shut the fuck up. When I'm not getting married or working on projects, it's once a week. What's up, Veek Dots? What's up, Swerve? What's up, Lord Ryu? What's up, Bug Screw? Is that the Clint Stevens flannel? And what do you mean by that? I got this shirt at Target fucking 6 years ago. So is it the Clint Stevens flannel? Is that the Clint Stevens collection at Target? Because if so, he must be raking in the bucks. I love this shirt. Atrioc, could you say Weezer, please? Weezer. Did that do it for you?
more stomach so I can handle all this brew. Make me a coffee cow, I don't care what you have to do. Give me more stomach so...
Should I drop out of university to only watch Atrioc? I mean, I don't want to say yes, but you should consider it, right? You'll save money. You'll save money and you'll make money because you'll have more Grussel time and more knowledge, really. I was thinking of doing something similar. Yeah. I obviously can't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? If any parents are watching, don't drop out to watch only Atrioc, but I mean, consider, top 10 growing careers. Now, when you say top 10 growing careers, do you mean the career of sitting on your ass and watching Twitch? Is that what you mean as the career? A top 10? It's one of the most top 10 growing activities. I don't know that it's necessarily a career. I don't know that there's I don't know that you can put it on your resume. I see a gap in your resume here, year and a half. What were you doing then? Oh, that was when I spammed Coffee Cow in this guy's chat for 18 months. Can you get laid off? Ban that guy. You just got fired, bitch. Full-time chatter? Sorry. Sorry. That's your ass out the door, dude. Will you cry when you lay us off? Am I crying right now? Just banned a guy. Feel nothing. Ice cold, dude. I'm in the Jeff Bezos school of CEO. You guys better be pissing in bags when you watch me. I don't want anyone taking bathroom breaks. Have you watched the rehearsal? I haven't finished it, but I enjoy what I watched. I enjoy what I watched thus far. I like how Atrioc says to ban a guy, nobody bans him. Yeah, it's not a real. I don't really want to ban him. Obviously, it's a little bit of a joke, a little bit of a goof. You understand? It's a little bit of a back and forth. Atrioc, please. My children are hungry and they're asking when my next $0 paycheck is. It's coming. How's everybody doing? How's everything going? How you been? How's the weekend? I don't know if I did stream on Sunday, but it was you know what? Oh, do you know what I was so pissed about? Because I was streaming on Sunday because we had to do that Make Good Hitman Horse. I totally missed a good chunk of J-Mook's insane run at Shine. Oh! Now, luckily, I went back and watched parts I missed and then watched the rest live, but definitely missed a good amount of insane mooking and juking. Great grand finals. Sucks he came up second place again, but the J-Mook fandom is strong. We believe he'll get there. He fucked up Axe in that run back too, and I told you he never loses the same guy twice. Beat H-Box 3-0, beat Axe fucking 3-0. He's a run back. He's a run back king. The man, he's like a Terminator. He just evolves. Atrioc, I've been good. Birthday's on Sunday, so I'm kind of hyped. Sheesh. What are you doing for your birthday? You know, I feel like now that I'm past 30, like a birthday, I'm not stoked. You know, I'm like, it's not bad. I'm not against it. I still have a good birthday, but it's not like I'm like, fuck. Atrioc watch party for birthday. You have an Atrioc watch party on your okay, well, if I had that, I'd be stoked too. If I got my closest friends and family around to watch Atrioc, you weren't live when it was my birthday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't live on your birthday. I guess that's weird to hold me accountable for that. It was weird to make that like my problem. Who dat? Thank you for the raid. Who dat been grustling? I think been live a lot more lately, right? Oh, you know what we should talk about today? Actually, we need to figure out. Okay, I gotta figure something out. I gotta figure something out. I have a good amount of stuff to do tonight, and I don't have a lot of time. I have a wins and fails. I have an HBO Max Marketing Monday. I want to talk about the Frosty 100 Thieves stuff. I want to talk about that because it just happened today and it was very interesting. I need to talk about that. And then and so how do I want to do this? And then also I told Ari I wanted to watch a movie with her tonight. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna fucking do that. So I also started late. I had a lot to do. I had a lot of work. So I don't know. We're gonna figure this out. I might not have managed this time well. And also I spent 45 minutes shaving. I had to line myself up right, you know. So, whoo! We'll get there. This might be in a Stack Overflow situation. I just want to tell you guys up in front. This might be a Stack. This might be a tomorrow, baby. You missed your chin? Your mom didn't tell you that. Wait, no, she did. She missed my chin. She misses my chin. Fuck you. We'll get there. She does. She does miss my chin, all right? When it's not around her, but when it is around her, which is often, she doesn't need to miss it because it's already there. Are you following? Or are you too stupid? Run that one by me again, Chief. Evan Gao. Fine. I won't say what I was going to say. Evan, I'm sure you've never done anything that was quote unquote a joke that maybe didn't land as well as you wanted. I ain't talking about my sponsor, but not yet. Penumbra, they have the 16 months. Galactic Drip Larry, they have the 2 months. Striker 24, they have the 13 months. Ticevic, can anyone help me out here? I need a fucking assistant from the crowd. I'm a magician. Can somebody find me the link to Frosty's video about what the fuck's going on and Nadeshot's video? I would love that help so that we could talk about it. Please say live for more than 2 hours. I have a class right now. What do you mean? What? Lavis Vincier, thank you for the sub, and 5 Kiev, thank you for the prime. Also, I appreciate there was an offline sub train. I don't know fucking why, but I was working on my fucking PowerPoint and I looked in my thing and there was offline sub. So appreciate that. I don't know. Appreciate that. Oh, here it is. Frosty reviews Nade's video. It's long. Wait, what's this one? Who dat like me something?
These nuts.
How did I fall for it again? 2 years later. From who dat? Should we ban him again? Can we start the cycle over? Should we start it over? I feel like I should ban him again. I feel like he thinks he's immune. He thinks the days of getting banned for that is fucking behind him, but it's not. We should go back to fucking round 1. S3K reboot season, dude. Season 1. We're starting over. Hollywood's all about the reboots. I'm banning his ass, dude. Fucking banned. These nuts, bitch. Reboot. Reboot. There. I just gave him content. That's free. Okay, there's Frosty's video. Where's Nade's video though? Damn, these videos are long. Hey, we got clips. Nate's VOD's like an hour 30. Yeah, well, I'm hoping to get like the fucking long and short of it, you know. I watched some of it. I watched some of the Frosty stream, and I watched some clips on Twitter, and I have thoughts on it. I just wanted to be able to react in real time. I'm not gonna leak your clip. I'm obviously not gonna pick it up. Thank you, Michael Barron, for the. What's the plan for the day stream? I had a lot I want to do, so I'm trying to figure out how to balance it all. Oh, Yeti's got something. What's this? Nadeshot address. Yeah, this is the one I was trying to think.
Really found.
Wait, I want to talk about Marketing Monday, talking Nadeshot, and Frosty. Guys, I don't know if it's not Skylanders night. It's not Skylanders night. It's never Skylanders night. It's always Skylanders day. If you're watching at night, you already missed the Skylanders stream. It happened earlier. Frosty lazy. That's the general, I think, vibe. But we'll discuss it. Let me get everything set up because I also think I can also do wins and fails. Okay, lock that in. Oh, true facts. I can't believe I wrote that. That's funny. It's not Skylanders night, not Skylanders life. Lock this in. Lock this in. In the wins and fails too, we're also doing no What's Up Beijing, but entirely a European look, because there's actually some fucking insane stuff for Europe. Lock that in. Okay. Flips. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's you what, mate, is what we're doing. All right. Sorry, I'm having a lot going on today. I want to see everybody was doing. Mr. Moo Cow, thank you for the 8 months. Is your name Mr. Moo Cow a reference to Coffee Cow and all that shit, or are you a true cow believer? Have you always been a cow related username, and it's just a true thing? 8 month sub, so true cow. How long has Coffee Cow been around? Is that 8 months or? I actually can't tell, dude. It all blends together. I feel like people have been saying Coffee Cup for 2 years, and it hasn't. It's like probably been 2 weeks. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. I don't know when fucking Glizzy Hand started. I don't know. I have no shit. I have no fucking concept. Was it 2 months? Imagine it was yesterday. Imagine Coffee Cow meme started yesterday. It just feels like it's been 100 fucking years. I got banned because my first message was Coffee Cow related. Wait, I banned you? Wait, what? You have one. Oh, yeah. I did. Let me scroll up. Your very first message. Okay. Your very first message in my chat was on April 13th. So that's 4 months ago. And you said, "Is this the famous Coffee Cow I've heard so much about?" And obviously it flags for me when it's your first chat message. And so I banned you because obviously that can't be your first message. That can't be your introduction. You say hi. You say, "What's up, Atrioc? Maybe I like the videos." You don't. The Coffee Cow shit's for if you're a lifer. You already been here. Whack Dummy, thank you for the prime. Whack Dummy, thank you for the other prime. There's 2 Whack Dummies. Guildmaster, thank you for the gift. These Matrix, thank you for the prime. Pixel Candy, thank you for the prime. Okay, today we have a lot to talk about. I want to open with a discussion of this news that's been broiling all over the esports world, where member of the Mob, a content group that was picked up by 100 Thieves in 2020. made some accusations towards 100 Thieves and Nadeshot specifically that they were being exploitative, they didn't treat them right, etc., etc. Let me see if I can get the exact. And then Nadeshot fired back with a stream today. Basically, we'll go into it, but let's like break it down. The mob's exit from predatory 100 Thieves. So here's his tweet. This is what he said. So okay. Now look, they haven't worked together in a while. I think the mob disbanded in 2021. Maybe they lasted a year and a half, if I'm thinking. It was a group of 4 creators, Class 5, Froste, Mako, and Avalanche, who none of them were particularly big on YouTube or Twitch, but they were pretty big on social media. I know this because I remember when I worked at Twitch, Avalanche followed me. Yeah. He followed me, and then he was DMing me when I worked there. But then when I quit the job at Twitch, I DM'd him, and I was like, hey, I heard you guys just got signed for 100 Thieves. Do you want to do an interview with me and Stans on our new podcast? And he didn't respond and unfollowed me. Cool. Sick. Okay. That's my first. That was my. I had never really heard of the mob until then. That was my first introduction to the mob. No, as far as I can tell, they're nice guys. I'm not, got no problem with it. Okay. Anyway, so they start to blow up on Twitter. They start to make a name for themselves on Twitter. They're interacting with everything. I think primarily, like, they just replied to everything. Avalanche was replying to every big streamer with funny comments, and they started to get like this Twitter buzz where they always engage with things. And so 100 Thieves signs them. Let's see if we can get the original video. 100 Thieves signs the mob. Where's the original? Can someone find this? So did someone find the original fucking announcement video? Anyway, they sign him, okay? Then it looks like it's going well. The mob's like participating in all these 100 Thieves activations. They're in their videos. They get them a house in LA. They all fly out from their parents' houses. They're all young kids. And they start streaming 400 Thieves. But almost like less than 2 years later, maybe a year and a half later, the whole thing disbands under shady circumstances. It feels like it all collapses relatively quickly. 100 Thieves walks away from the mob, shakes hands, says it was a good run, and they all go back their separate ways. 400 Thieves, what does that mean? So that was the end of the story until now. And Frosty tweeted, damn, I missed the mob house. Imagine we had enough money to where we didn't have to stress over where our next meal was coming from. Could have done some big things, but I guess we'll never know. Okay? And that kicked off a whole fucking bunch of drama. Does anyone have the full? Here it is. What is this? Just stream. Wait, where's his other tweets? And then, yeah, Nadeshot responds and he says, it's actually insane how much he's lying right now. Any bit of respect I had for Nadeshot has gone out the window. Nah, this cap is crazy right now. Holy. So, this is the fucking Gen Z wars. And I had to see what's going on. So let's pull up Nadeshot's video. I want to see his response. But in the interest of, wait, when does he start? Get to the start.
How we doing?
Get to the good stuff. Get to the juice.
Hopefully you guys have seen in the last 5 years since 100 Thieves started, I don't get involved in drama. Regardless if I think I have something that people should know, I don't get involved with it because I got a bride-to-be in that house. I got 2 dogs. I got a great group of friends. I don't need drama to have fulfillment in my life. I don't need to get involved in situations that are going to bring me stress and bring me a lack of.
Oh, wait, who's got the? Let me see. Let me pull this up. What is this? Nature looks like the deep. Oh, this might be helpful. Here we go.
And I don't want things to be, my words to be taken out of context. But the mob, if you look back, and even now, if you look at their channels, they were only averaging, 100, 200, a couple hundred viewers.
So this is the main crux of his response. All right. So I think from what my understanding was that Froste said they flew him out, they put him up in a house, right? And the house's rent cost, because they all had to pay rent. The house's rent cost more than they were making from 100 Thieves. So they were unable, apparently, to live. They were unable to but yeah, so this is the first pass of what I saw. But as I looked more into it, it looks more like the mob chose that house. It's arguable who chose the house? Right. And Frosty said that they selected the house because there was not enough inventory in LA for a house that would fit their needs. It's the beard, I think. All right, $2,500 each in rent a month while only getting paid $1,650. There were so many days where we had to skip meals because we couldn't afford to buy food unless we begged our parents to send us money. It's truly a wonder why Mako wanted to leave the mob and move back with his family. Let me see. We were so broke we could literally not afford to do anything that was worth filming. I get that. You have no idea how much we asked. It got to a point where it was almost pathetic. But go ahead, man. Blame the 20-year-old kids that had no idea what they were doing except the $100 million predatory organization. So, the thing is, at first I was thinking, so listen, if you zoom out a little bit, the broader story in esports is that there has been, in general, bad deals with young talent. But in this case, I think there's more to the story. So, for example, there's the famous Tfue deal where they were getting 85% of his earnings, right? And Tfue was at that point a huge star, and they had signed him young, taking 85%. Basically, they'll sign up-and-coming talent into longer-term exploitative contracts where they can get a huge chunk of your sponsorship revenue. They'll give you an early platform, but then if you do blow up, it's mostly due to your own effort. It's mostly due to you hustling, being incredibly good at the game, making a lot of talented YouTube videos. It's rare that you can just will someone into, I'm not saying it doesn't help, but I think it's rare that you could will someone into becoming a big content creator if they are not entertaining. I challenge you guys to think of an example. For example, you could take somebody and you could put them hanging out with the OTV people, right? But I doubt if they couldn't do their own stream and I don't think it would just naturally, their numbers would be bigger than they would otherwise, but I don't think it would be HoloLive. Yeah, but do you think they're not entertaining to people? I think there has to be some level of self-sustaining. If they can't make the content, I think that it won't really work. This is actually the case with OTV. There was another member who couldn't get enough viewers and had to move out. Wait, really? OTV booted someone for viewership? Tell them to put them together. Poke was on OTV, and no way Poke got booted for viewership. Poke has tons of viewership. It was Yuna. Yuna got booted for not putting in the work. I guess that's a little bit different, putting in the work. Well, you know what? You can always say it's putting in the work when they're not getting the viewership. You can always say that. And I think that might also be what happened here is, so these guys just, they get to 100 Thieves and they don't get viewership. They're not doing that well. And so their streams don't really grow. And according to Frosty, a lot of it's because they couldn't get good internet at the house. There's a little bit of back and forth. And Nadeshot's main claim, I've watched
peace
most
of
this
mind.
At this point.
When you get over that once in my life, and that is the God's honest truth. Okay,
Get to the
social media. They're not natively content creators, but I think that they can do it. They definitely have the right sense of humor to do it. We just need to give them time. We need to give them.
Their house was $10K a month in rent. Yeah, it was. But it was LA. It was a content house. They definitely overspent on their house if they chose it themselves.
maybe we.
Oh, here's 3 clips from Nadeshot. Oh, by the way, this whole fucking drama, this whole thing, just there's somebody at Dexerto smiling, dude. Fucking Frosty is putting in the work to keep Dexerto fucking ad revenue eating. Okay, oh, here it is. Okay, so he said this. He said it's crazy. Okay.
These deals.
Nadeshot so the main thing, here's the thing. The main fucking point that Frosty has is that they were locked into a deal where they were 100 Thieves was taking 95% of revenue from brand deals, including brand deals that the mob got themselves. So, for example, the main reason 100 Thieves would take a cut of your brand deal is because they bring it to you. That their sales agents, their account managers go out to a brand like Doritos or Uno or whatever. They sell the deal. They come back to you. They take a cut, and then you fulfill the deliverables. You do the stream. But
that we bring to the mob,
yeah,
we would retain 85% of revenue. We did.
Now, 85 is still a massive amount. At the end of the day, now, there's going to be more I'm going to say on this because I've actually watched the whole thing and I have a pretty nuanced take. And I think, in general, Nadeshot is more right than he is wrong. I think, at the end of the day, it kind of looks to me from an outside perspective and listening to Frosty's response, they didn't put in all that much work and they expected more free stuff from 100 Thieves than I think their size deserved. End of the day, you know, they were still making $60K each. They were near the 100 Thieves compound. They had a chance to collaborate with some of the biggest creators in the world. It's a pretty good bootstrapping opportunity to social media and content success. End of the day, that's full. But no matter what size creator you are, there is no precedent for it to be fair to take 85% of the revenue. And a normal agent, like a Hollywood agent, even for a small star, even for a D-list, C-list star on TV or film or everything, takes 10 to 20. 10 to 20. Do you understand? Like that's max. That's 10% is really the industry standard. So taking 85% of their revenue for anyone is crazy. And I think everyone's picking random sides in this and dunking on people. And Frosty seems like he's kind of a goofy kid I watched his response and, you know, he's saying cap a lot and he's like leaning back in his chair and he's taking all these breaks. And I could just tell like he's not really as put together as Nadeshot here. And there's no way he's going to have a response that's like, I mean, like at some points I was like, bro, I could make your argument better than you about what you're saying. And I wasn't involved. You should be able to, he wasn't speaking clearly about anything. The only thing that like, cause his only key point here is this, like, this is the best statement they have. You shouldn't be taking 85%. All right.
3 deals for them. And two out of the 3 deals, they took home 65% of the revenue from that deal. Okay, 65% of the revenue from that deal. I have an email that the key terms of these deals that we bring to the mob, we would retain 85% of revenue.
And my understanding is, so it was 95%. When they signed, it was 95%. And according to Frosty, they were getting signed around the time the Tfue stuff happened. And so they went to 100 Thieves and they said, hey, our deal looks worse than Tfue's. And everyone's making fun of Tfue for his deal. Is there any way we can get a better deal? And they changed it from 95 to 85. Now he's saying in this response, they kept 65% on 2 deals. But again, you should talk about what's in the contract because maybe they got bonuses or something, but end of the day, if your contract tells you take 85%, that's what we're sort of discussing, which is not a good situation. Now this part's more interesting.
So $2,500 a month for each individual. They have to pay rent. They have to find the home. We help them find the home. They choose the $10,000 a month house. Okay.
So if they chose it, and it sounds like Nadeshot's correct. I don't think he's lying here and saying they didn't choose the house. And I think Frosty backed it up. If the mob is getting paid $2,500 a month each, and they chose a $10,000 a month house. I mean, that's dumb, right? That's just not a smart choice. You don't want to take 100% of your paycheck and put it towards rent. And by the way, this is the raw number, right? This doesn't include taxes. So you're not getting paid $2,500 after tax, you're getting $2,500 before tax. There's no getting around that. Now, these guys are dumb kids. Their main claim to fame is being, funny on Twitter kids. So it would have been nice maybe if 100 Thieves had a little more direction or input or guidance. I think the main advantage they're offering when they sign these kids and they fly them out to LA is like, hey, we're going to give you some guidance, some setup. We're going to help you succeed. We're going to help you get a chance to succeed. And it looks to me like they were more hands-off than that. So so this is a big mistake. So right now we got two things. We got 1 point against 100 Thieves where I don't think any org should be signing 85% deals. There's got to be a way for you to make your money back without taking 85% of someone's revenue on sponsorships. That's not a reasonable number. That's not a sustainable number. I know that esports businesses in general are still losing money. It doesn't matter. It's not a good way to do it. Like, why did they sign for it? Again, I mean, I don't like to put the blame on 18-year-old kids for signing bad deals. Especially whenever it's a hype, like if they signed an athlete for, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was like a sports team into this, you would blame the sports team because everyone has this dream. They want to play pro or they want to be with 100 Thieves. Or if you're a kid who's like in this highly fantasized industry, often you will sign deals that are very exploitive because you're just so starstruck. You can't, I think we should in general always be against that. Now, after that point, after that deal was signed, everything after that, it feels like the mob made a lot of mistakes. Specifically, I'm going to talk about Froste because he's the one making the complaint. They signed a house that was way too expensive for him, okay? When they had internet issues, I guess they repeatedly complained about it, but as somebody who has recently had internet issues on my part-time streaming project, I have bent heaven and earth to get my internet improved. It's not even my livelihood. Like, this stream is not even my livelihood, and I have made... You guys don't know how fucking consistently I've been calling, texting, emailing Spectrum, trying to get some fucking resolution, and I've made progress. Like, my stream has had fewer Fs. I finally got a better line. Don't say F right now. So, fuck you. Fuck you. I know you're trolling. Very funny. You're so stupid. So, I don't know. And it sounds like they did it for 4 months, right? Then, okay, so a worse problem of this is... Wait, where's... So if you're signing for 85%, the second thing you want to give them is like concrete guidance, like some chance to really utilize your expertise to grow. And from Frosty's claim, it sounds like they didn't help all that much. Like Nadeshot was not involved. But again, he's a very busy guy. It depends on what they promised them, I guess. It depends on what they promised them when they signed. If they promised them, oh yeah, Nadeshot's going to be a mentor, he's going to be hands-on, and then he wasn't, that's one thing. But if they signed him, just sign him, give him a chance, it's a different thing. Now, the main area that Nadeshot makes, the main,
Fair agreement. Loved everything that they did. Opportunity for them. So, like a very rabid, Twitter fan base that really loved everything that they did. But in all actuality,
they could have eaten cheaper. What is this? Oh. Yeah, I saw this. So they were talking about how we didn't have to stress out over where our next meal was coming from. And then Optic Blake here posts a photo from their house. And it's like, I don't know that you were being as efficient with the money as you possibly could. It kind of looks to me like there's a couple meals here, that you were able to get. They were literally starving. And you know, here's the deal: 60K in LA is you can make it work, especially if you have bonus stream income, for sure. But it's not great. LA is still very expensive cost of living. If you're living like this, 60K won't get you far at all. If your rent's $2,500 and this is how you eat, you will be bankrupt in LA on 60K. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, maybe if they got factor meals, maybe if they had factor meals to save them a little money, that would be one situation. They seem really dumb, but I will simply never take a wealthy owner's side. In general, you know, the party with all the money and power is going to come out of a debate like this looking better. They're just better prepared. Nadeshot's a better public speaker. But I think you have to give credit where credit is due. They gave some opportunity. And I want to give an example of somebody who talked about this. I think it was Myth. TSM Myth. Oh, he's not TSM Myth anymore. So Myth got signed to TSM for less than this. Where is it? The Mob got paid more than I did when I first got signed to TSM. Okay? And again, that's also a bad deal because especially if that's his first year contract, they were blowing up for TSM Fortnite. But he turned this into a massive growth opportunity, right? Him getting signed, he leveraged it in that moment to become one of the biggest creators in the world. There's a chance, like it's a spark. And at the end of the day, if you're not going to push for it, I think it's going to be very difficult, no matter how generous the org is being, to make a content creation career. And looking at the numbers, I wish I had the timestamp here. If there was timestamps, this would be so great. Because I've watched this, but I don't know which parts are where. He brings up all
so is it annoying to see all the comments?
Here it is.
His perspective, he felt like he was working his ass off. If you weren't a part of the 100 Thieves, Frosty, you would have never been a part of the tournament. We had you sitting next to Valkyrie.
This is the part. In the first 4 months we moved to LA, our internet couldn't support more than one person streaming at the same time. What was the best month you had earning? And he says, the most money any of us ever made was during that Uno tournament where we got second place. If you watch it back, anyway, he says Uno tournament. And then he says, his sort of argument is like, okay, you wouldn't even have been at this Super Bowl Uno tournament if you weren't part of 100 Thieves. And then Frosty's argument back, I believe, was like, yeah, and I wouldn't be living in LA, so I wouldn't need the money. He said, if you hadn't signed me out to 100 Thieves, I would be home with my parents saving money. And instead, I was living $2,500. All my paycheck was going to this, and I needed it to live. So that's his sort of, he's kind of not wrong. I guess, here's the day. At the end of the deal, I don't think Nadeshot has done something other than the contracts for 100 Thieves. I think it's just too high. I don't think he did anything like sleazy. I don't think it's like crazy to promise these kids to come out. But I do think maybe they had a wrong expectation of what they were going to get coming in.
Courage, Castro, brother, you average 100 viewers. And I don't even mean this as to be disrespectful. I just think that there needs to be a lens of logic and being rational about your situation.
What's this one? They didn't work?
And I don't want to bring the other individuals that are a part of the mob into this, but the proof is in the pudding, guys. I had thought that we were giving them a big opportunity, okay? From individuals that were averaging just a couple hundred viewers, if not lower some days, having them be a part of a tier 1 organization like 100 Thieves. I thought, on top of the fact that we brought them out to LA and we moved 4 best friends into a home together, I thought that this could only be productive. This could only be, the perfect situation and scenario for all of these guys.
That's funny because anyone who's You know, I think if you've been in esports and gaming as long as Nate has, you should know that's almost not the case. If you take 4 young, gamer best friends, you move into a dream content house, give them some money, and leave it up to them, they'll fucking smoke weed all day. They're not gonna do shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's actually the some will make it out, and if they have extra level of grustle, all right? And I think Nadeshot's example of himself is fair. He moved into the Optic house, and he was doing fucking 8 hours of streaming, uploading YouTube videos every day. He's got a pretty good quote in here. He's like, I didn't want to go back to working at McDonald's. I didn't want to go back to community college. But I've seen many more examples, at least in my time in esports, especially the early days of the LCS, League of Legends. People moved into these houses and their lives turned into mush. They had absolutely no organization or forward moment. They just ordered DoorDash all day, played some games, fell asleep. Like, they don't do anything. And so I would have hoped they had a little more experience to see that coming and try to stop that. Classifies thread disputes Nadeshot claim about not working for him specifically. Let me see. All I will say is, even though I was picked up as part of a group, I worked my fucking ass off to stay in 100 Thieves after Mako left. They wanted individual performance, and I put in nonstop hours on stream. Pumped out YouTube videos. Oh, this is Classify. Yeah, Classify. No, both Nadeshot and Classify agreed that he worked. He worked his ass off. He did YouTube videos. He did content. They never really hit. As far as I can tell, they didn't do that well. But he worked really hard, and I think 100 Thieves are still doing stuff with him. But I guess my larger point is that they talk about work, but I just think, in my mind, it's more about the content just didn't really hit. Like, these guys weren't content creators in the way that makes money. They weren't Twitch, YouTube, and sponsorship content creators. They were social media content creators, and that doesn't make as much on Twitter, which is there's not money in that. What content? They barely made any. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I watched Froste's stream and Nadeshot was talking about YouTube, Froste paused the video. I wish I fucking had these timestamps, but Froste paused the video and goes, if you don't know how to do YouTube, it's impossible. You don't make any money on it. Yeah, we didn't upload YouTube videos because we didn't. Every YouTube video we uploaded got 200 views, so we didn't do it. And it's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, you got to start small. But I feel like, I don't know, they just had the wrong idea on, I think they expected it to be easier or different, 100 Thieves to help more. And so I can't really fault 100 Thieves for dropping them, for sure. The only thing I think is, like, I wish I knew how the conversations went, because it feels like their expectations were a lot higher. Didn't see instant success, it's not working. Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, it's going to take some time, and you have a good setup. But you know what's funny is, like, when I watch both these videos back and forth, it feels like if they had just got a cheaper house with good internet, this whole thing could have been avoided. It almost literally comes down to the house, because if it cost them less, they did have a good thing going. So the main way they delivered revenue back to 100 Thieves, because I think 100 Thieves does downplay what they did. And I thought Froste did make a decent point on this in his stream, although he didn't express it that well. Is that the mob was put in a lot of 100 Thieves videos, sponsored videos sometimes, where the big stars didn't want to do it. So let's say, for example, you're 100 Thieves and you sell a Doritos sponsorship or whatever, a random company sponsorship, and you have to make a video for it. And Valkyrie is not available on a 1 week turnaround or whatever. Valkyrie is busy. Courage is busy. Or the video idea, like one time it was them getting tased. They're not going to do it. Yasuo's not going to get tased for content. So the mob did that. They tased the mob. They made them eat hot peppers. They made fun of them. They did a lot of things where they were the butt of the joke, and they were getting, and they did all of that stuff for well-performing YouTube videos for 100 Thieves. So there was value in having this smaller paid group of influencers they could use to fulfill sponsor obligations. The cleanup crew. Yeah, exactly. The cleanup crew. And I think 100 Thieves should give more credit for that part of the equation. And if these guys weren't living, less than paycheck to paycheck, that probably could have continued until one of them worked hard enough to grow. But they didn't do that. What businesses do with interns? Yeah, exactly. Frosty's response. Let me see what we got.
Revenue in question. $2,000 on like a good month, bro. Like, I don't know how, like, revenue in question.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you watch this whole video, it comes out to he's getting $2,500 a month salary. They can get up to $2,000 in sponsorships. I mean, from streaming. And then they got something from brand deals. They had a few big brand deals. Nadeshot, 100 Thieves took a big cut of it, but they had enough. It's definitely enough to live. The whole idea that it wasn't enough to live is just, it feels crazy. It feels crazy for them to say they couldn't make it work. $2,000 a month, that's my $2,500 salary is good. It's absolutely good. Yeah, it's 100% doable. I had $45K from Twitch in downtown San Francisco. Yeah, which is more expensive than LA. You can make it work. All I'm saying is you can make it work. The biggest mistake they had was this dumbass house. Sure, it's enough to live, but it's enough to DoorDash 3 times a day. That's the real question. Is it enough to DoorDash 3 times a day? But also, look, it's funny because the easy answer is to say these guys completely fucked up. These guys are so stupid. They're so stupid. They're so dumb. They had a free chance of success. They blew it. They didn't work hard enough. That's the easy answer. Okay. And I think there's like, the problem is there's a lot of truth in that. It looks like they made a lot of mistakes. I'm just trying to point out a couple other sides because I think if you're Nadeshot or you're 100 Thieves and you fly out these guys, the fucking mob, gaming internet trolls, to do a 4-man, gamer frat house, do you expect them to cook? Do you think they're gonna meal prep? Do you think they're gonna? Or are they gonna spend all their money on Uber Eats? It's like anyone could predict this happening. I guess what I'm saying is like anyone who's been in the gaming industry should have seen this right at the beginning. This is exactly what will happen. So how do we stop that? What should we do differently? It's like seeing a train wreck coming in slow motion and just like nothing we could nothing we could have done. Couldn't have seen that coming. They don't have life skills. I think the idea of flying them out to LA and just saying, figure it out, you're near the 100 Thieves content house, we'll put you in a couple of videos, is just kind of crazy. And I'm not saying it couldn't work. You just need to find that 1 in a million, like that myth or the Nadeshot himself, who's totally willing to wrestle. But if your goal was to take them as they were and take advantage of that, I think they fucked up a little bit. I think they fucked up. Bringing them to LA was like designing the group to fail, is what I'm saying. Especially given the most people on Twitter not using. Yeah, they didn't have streams. Like going into this, they had no stream, no YouTube. So to build that up is not free. It's not easy. This felt like an experiment. 100 Thieves said, "Fuck it, let's see how it goes." Exactly. So yeah, it just feels like 100 Thieves, like it's almost like angel investing, where you toss a little bit of money at a lot of companies and hope one of them pops off. This feels like a small experiment on the 100 Thieves side. They tossed a little money at this to see if they could pop it off, and these guys didn't pop it off, and that's the end of the story. And I guess they expected it to be like 100 Thieves really believes in us, and they're going to put in the effort to help us out, and they didn't do that. I think it's expectations. And in life in general, the biggest cause of someone getting angry or mad or upset or negative emotion comes from expecting something to go a certain way and then it doesn't. You'll find in life you get your most angry when you thought something was going to happen a certain way and it doesn't. That is the biggest cause of anger. And so to me, it just feels like the only thing I'm worried about is that 100 Thieves was really positive when they talked to them at the start. And I wish that orgs like this were a little more honest to young players and young talent. Like, I don't like that they get sold the world, signed to kind of insane deals, and then it's like use it or lose it, and you're fucked if you don't make it. You've lost 4 years of your life. You have got no skills from it. We took any profit that you would have made and, go back to the real world. That's the, you know what I'm saying? I wish they were a little more honest that like, hey, this is a bit of a long shot. You're going to need to work insanely hard. I would keep your costs low. Nadeshot will not be available. He's not going to be your mentor or guide. He's a busy man. You're going to get to do videos with 100 Thieves. You better take advantage of it. Like, if they were dead honest with him from the beginning, I think this could have gone a different way. I think it's really telling that nobody else in the mob is going to Froste's side on this. Well, the interesting thing is, like, it would be stupid, right? If you're in that sphere at all, it would be incredibly dumb to side with the guy that's losing on Twitter who has no money, clout, and has quit streaming versus the guy who's a fucking half a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Anyone's gonna, that would just be stupid. It's burning a bridge. You lock yourself out of 100 Thieves events. It's crazy. No, he's not worth $500 million, but 100 Thieves is close to $500 million. I mean, it's a heavily valued company. Maybe it's more like 200 million. What's this? So what it really feels like at the end, it's a failure to communicate. So so there was this, which I thought was pretty funny because I have my own story on this. So there was a big part of Nadeshot's stream where he talks about how, and if anyone has timestamp, it would help me out. He talks about how they had a Fireball Friday contract and they weren't doing deliverables for it. And so 100 Thieves was getting calls like they weren't going to pay out because they weren't. And that reminded me of our own Fireball Friday situation because we were part of that same contract. It was literally, me, Lud, Stans, Miz, and the mob. Yeah, it was funny because I remember we couldn't, and Mango, yeah. And I think we missed deliverables. Deliverables were crazy. Again, I just to give a little bit of insight here, those guys were changing what they wanted frequently. And they were asking for things, and then they were getting the things, and then thinking, okay, can we also get this? They were adding more. So I want to give a little bit of insight here that that was not the easiest company to work with. I also remember that Mizkif, I think, did none of the actual obligations when we were supposed to do them, on the first Fridays, and then proceeded to do Fireball Friday for free for the next year and a half. So they got an absolute insane amount of free stuff from Mizkif. They shouldn't complain at all. Whether the mob did anything or not, Fireball got a year and a half of free Fireball Fridays from one of the biggest streamers on the platform for free. He just did it because he liked the name. Yeah, Coolmark in chat helped us with that deal. Yeah, I remember that deal. I remember the client being extremely difficult to work with on things they were demanding. And so I can imagine. And I remember specifically, we were talking about some things, some social requirements or something, and then we noticed the mob didn't do them. And they told us, at least, that the mob had a different deal and didn't require it. So I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal was behind that. But this lady's saying, I worked at the agency who hired the mob, and I can confirm Nadeshot's objective account and what went down. I ran the campaign. Essentially, that they didn't hold up their end of their bargain, and he's confirming it as well. So, actually, Dan Hevia is definitely the guy we talked to. Dan Hevia was the guy at Power Spike. So it sounds to me pretty much. And you know what? At the end of the day, I also believe it, because one of the hardest things in the world is getting content creators, especially gaming content creators, especially young gaming content creators, to do sponsor obligations. It's worse than pulling teeth, dude. It's actually fucking impossible. Getting them to do the tweet they have to do and send you back the stats is the most miserable. Oh, hey, babe. Oh, chocolate banana.
Snack.
Why? Because they're disorganized and a little lazy. Like just getting them to, because here's the deal. It's not just they have to like post an Instagram story, right? They have to make a draft of the Instagram story, what it's going to look like, what the copy's on, get a screenshot of that, send it in. The brand gives them review. The brand says, can you change this, sends it back. They make a new one, send it back in. The brand says, okay. They publish it. They get the stats on it, send it back in. They'll never do any of that. They'll never do any of that. So I totally believe that the mob didn't do that stuff. That being said, though, here's the deal. This is why I keep like thinking like, how did you not see this coming? That's what I'm saying is why. How did they not see it coming? I would love to hear from Nadeshot that he just like either they didn't care and they were just taking a random gamble, or or it was just wishful thinking, or what? Like how do you not expect that to happen when you just put them in a house together, 4 boys? They're not going to do this bunch of obligations. Like the way the bigger orgs solve this is they have like account managers that like handle all of this stuff. They handle the deliverables. They have the access to the accounts. They post the posts. Like there's just no way. There's just no way to expect these 4 guys to handle cooking for themselves, handling sponsored deliverables, making content out of nowhere. Like they're just not going to do it. He knew them for a long time and thought they had Grussel, I think. Maybe that's it. Maybe he thought they had Grussel. They did not have enough Grussel. There should be managers, you know? They were OG Twitch chatters of his. I think they wanted to give back to them. I think, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy because if what they were doing was working, right? If they were making, a decent following for themselves on social media from where they were, if he had just given him a salary to really focus on what they were already doing without having to move out to LA and then waited till they were big enough and maybe do it then, there could have been something there. I think they tried to jump the shark too early. Exactly what I expected would happen if you gave 4 random Twitch chatters a house in LA. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just saying I think it's just doomed to fail. So I don't know why someone thought it was a good idea. But at the end of the day, you can't blame the org for streaming, because if you look at the numbers, Nadeshot streamed more hours than Froste did in all of the months, like almost every month. And so if the owner of the org is streaming more hours than you, and he has, plenty of things to do, and he's not a partner, I don't think, he's not even making sub money. You're just not, they're just not putting in the work, and they're not uploading YouTube videos. That's the S3K house. Dude, the S3K house is a good example. I would not have set this up. I feel like Neg has streamed less than he ever did since he joined that house. Dude, all these S3K guys moved in together and they stopped streaming. If I set this up, I'm not honor thievesing it. I would keep him back at home. Tell him to keep fucking grustling. Make more Reddit content. Unpaid editors? What's this? I know dozens of creators that average 400 viewers and can't even get a contract offer from a B-tier org. Tweeting about being underpaid when you have editors that have never even received a dime for videos, more than 10 vids myself is wild, but y'all want to talk about that. Damn, you unpaid as editors? Shit, not looking good. Yeah, I mean, the fucking... this and that are bad looks, Frosty. This saying you had to stress over your next meal and having this be your desk, and then having unpaid editors, that's a bad look. And maybe in this case, the specific personality, I'm only going to talk about Frosty because I don't know the rest. The specific personality of Frosty made too many mistakes here. But I don't want to let orgs off the hook in general on a wider lens. And I really wish we could get away from the days in esports of all time of locking people into 85% deals, 95% deals. I wish those days were dead. And I think better communication and just a little bit of like, come on, everyone knows it's not going to work. You put 4 fucking Twitch chatters in a house. with like no oversight, no plan, no schedule. This could have done better. Someone else had the best point I've seen so far. JHB was their intern, and look at where working hard got him. That's a great point. JHB saw his opportunity, seized it, did a little show, started going to different things. He's now got a much bigger spot, 100 Thieves, doing well. 100%. That's a great example. And I think Myth's a great example over at TSM. He got paid less, made it work. JHB was the mob's editor. That's crazy. They did stuff for JHB. They didn't do for the mob. What's this? Read.
You literally provided no proof. Bro, because for me to provide proof, like, what is there to provide proof of? Like, why would I be lying? You literally provided no proof. Bro, because for me to provide proof, like, what is there to provide proof of? Like, why would I be lying?
Damn, checkmate. Just trust, bro. What's funny is I just think he's a dumb kid, though, because, like, all right, so if I was in his shoes, I would say I haven't streamed in 4 months. I haven't been paid by 100 Thieves in 6 months. I'm not the benefits from me lying here out of the blue 6 months later are minimal. I have nothing. Don't have much to gain, and I'm not streaming after this. I assume it is not streaming after this. If you say that, then it makes it seem like you have a reason to tell the truth. Like why would you're not? What do you gain? What's the standard cut an agency takes? 10 to 20. In gaming, like if you're, I don't know. I'm trying to think of someone big. Like a disguised toast or something. Nah, like maybe if you're, I don't know, Ninja. Ninja gets a brand deal from Loaded. They probably take 20%. Okay? Loaded's his agency. In broader entertainment, like if you're Tom Cruise, 10%. 10% general standard. But in gaming, it's often closer to 20. And 20 should be like the max. There really shouldn't be any deal for anyone of any size taking more than 20. Because with a 20% deal at max, the incentive is good on both sides. You're doing most of the work as the entertainer. You have to actually make the deliverable. You have to entertain the fans. You have to fucking make the video, whatever. And they are incentivized for you to grow, right? They want you to grow so that the 20% actually is a meaningful amount of money. 85%, man, they can get you, they can get you to do work for essentially free. What's this? Feels like I lost a little brother today, but this is life. I'm moving on. I look forward to keeping in touch with the rest of the mob and be the first to answer their call if they need help. I ask the courageous and 100 Thief fans to move on too. I feel like I lost a little brother today. This is a classic Courage tweet, dude. Courage writes tweets like he's like in the Civil War and he's writing a letter back home. Courage tweets are always so fucking melodramatic. They're like fucking. They're high art. That makes. You know, that's what gives me a slight bit of. Here's what I think. I think for sure that 85% number that Frosty said is true. I think probably his core facts aren't lies, but it doesn't, like, his core facts don't add up to 100 Thieves doing anything that wrong outside of the 85%. Like, everything he says about what, Nadeshot didn't do for him or whatever is like, bro, what did you expect? you could, that's not a requirement to making it. It just feels kind of naive. Yeah, kind of whiny. So I don't think there's any direct lies. Like, he said what? He said Nadeshot didn't mentor us. He said our house was too expensive. We said we had bad internet. We were in a bad deal. They took a pretty big cut of our sponsors, and we had to do videos that were kind of, what did he say? Like, he didn't say denigrating, but, where they got made fun of. They were the butt of the joke a lot. Yeah. And, I work at an Amazon warehouse and Jeffy B didn't mentor me. We shouldn't make that the standard, though, right? If Jeff Bezos doesn't do it, doesn't mean that should be the fucking standard. But, oh. Do orgs with better sponsor splits, like 15% give those people salaries on top? Yeah, for sure. I mean, Mango has salary and probably has a 15-20% sponsor, something around that, I'm sure. I've been offered some Spectacore in chat getting some dog water deals. Yeah, listen, I just think when you're small, they'll give you some fucking dog dookie ass deals, and I don't like it. I don't like that people that don't have either they're too young to have context, too inexperienced, or they don't have enough sway, like they're just not big enough to have sway, and they get exploited a lot. So that I'm always against that, but in this particular case, Frosty, man, I think you fucked up, bro. I think you fucked up. I think you fucked up. I think you Mob House tour? Let's see it. Let's see this $10,000 tour.
I'm not trying to gas this up. It literally is. It will be one of our favorite things in this whole house. Oh, you said that. Let's go! See, we got an NBA jam machine to the grand master bedroom. All right. Hey, welcome to the Mob House 2.0, baby. New house, new us. My name is Frosty, that's Mako, Classify, and Avalanche. And as you guys can see here, this room we're standing in, this is the future Mob Casino room. Sure. All right, we already got some of the pictures you're gonna put up. We got the TV ready to be mounted. We're gonna put a big poker table right here, right?
That was funny. So I was watching Frosty's stream, and he was reading the tweet about how he didn't do, Nadeshot was saying he didn't do the deliverables for the Fireball Friday. And he goes, bro, I built a poker table with my bare hands. I put my everything into that. And I was like, first of all, that's not that hard. Like, it's an IKEA poker table. All right. Second of all, like, the deliverable for Fireball Friday wasn't build a poker table. That's the beginning. The deliverable is to make the video, do the social posts, send back the stats. I'm almost certain, because I know they did the video. Right? I know they did. I remember watching, and they did the poker stream for Fireball Friday. And I think it did pretty good viewership, and the video did well. I'm like 95% sure they probably skipped the social and didn't send stats. I'm almost certain they just skipped the easy stuff at the end and was getting hounded by the client, and then the client was threatening not to pay out. I also remember the general gist I got from that. This is like a big 200K Fireball Friday deal for a couple streamers and them. was that Fireball spent all this money. It was their first big like streamer marketing campaign. They spent all this money to do Fireball Fridays with like, again, Milud, Stans, Miskif, and then the mob. And I could tell probably immediately they realized they weren't going to get their money back. Like it wasn't working. Like they weren't seeing sales increases. You know what I'm saying? Twitch chatters weren't ordering Fireball to their homes. And so they immediately started panicking, right? You could just tell. When you're talking to brands, you can tell when they're starting to panic. And I think they were panicking, freaking out, and demanding like specific, like, here's the deal. When a campaign is going well, brands never seem to care about the deliverables. I'll give you an example. Ludwig and NordVPN. Ludwig has skipped like 15 NordVPN streams. But on the 16th one, he goes to chat and he begs and he goes, guys, I have to be honest with you. I haven't done my NordVPNs in 15 days. Can you guys please go check it out? And then his audience, who loves Ludwig, actually does it. They actually go check it out. Some of them even pick it up. And so the numbers are a huge spike. The numbers are a big spike. And so at the end of the day, Nord's like, don't do that again. But they don't really care because they're getting the numbers they need to make it worth what they're costing. You know what I'm saying? That it works. So when you hear about a brand being sticky about deliverables, it's mostly from a marketing POV. It's mostly because they're deeply scared that it's not working and they want an excuse not to pay. They really want not to pay. Like nobody really cares if you put up that hashtag ad tweet if everything's selling well. I'll give you a perfect example, dude. Factor meals. I have a renewed sponsorship with Factor for many months now. Factor's my one. I was going to say my favorite sponsor. One of my favorite sponsors. I really like working with them. They're easy to work with. I like the product, right? But when we first did the deal, they asked me to do all sorts of shit. They wanted me to like tweet on my main fucking Twitter that I never use and be like, God, I love Factor meals, thumbs up, whatever. Hashtag ad. And I refused to do it. Like I signed the deal, but then I just didn't do it. And when we renegotiated, they were like, hey, we need you to do that. And I was like, I'll just walk. I basically said like, hey, I love the product. This is an easy thing for me to talk about. I can sell it. It's done well. And and the thing is, they looked at the numbers and what people were signing up for Factor. So they're like, all right, well, we'd have fine. Fuck it. Like they're not going to double down on me doing a fucking tweet if the thing is selling well. If it's doing well. And so I don't have to do the tweets. And so I think in this case, as much as he talks about building the poker table or whatever, it just wasn't selling Fireball. And so they were freaking out about deliverables. And when that happens, as a content creator, the smartest thing you can do is just look at the contract, deliver it to the letter. Just go back and deliver it to the letter. Do every fucking tweet they ask for and then get your money and walk away. Because if you don't do that, they'll just they'll tie you up in hell. So, I 100% believe that they flaked. They flaked on deliverables and it cost a lot of headache for 100 Thieves. Crazy how sure I'll wear a life-size Minions costume to work, but on God, I will not tweet. I did not wear a life-size Minions costume to work. Just to be clear. Good tweet about the Elgato deal. Let's see. So they also had an Elgato deal.
Okay,
This shot here sums it all up. Damn, it's going to sum it all up? That'll be great.
Genuinely, okay, the Elgato deal, we kind of fucked that up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, mostly because like how strict they were and like everything they wanted us to do, it was annoying as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, and they weren't paying us that much money to really give a shit about it. So yeah, we half-assed the shit out of that. I'll give them that. We fumbled that. Okay,
Bro, it's not looking good, Frosty. It's not looking good, man. It ain't looking good. Frosty responses to 40-hour streaming. What is this?
I need you to remember that we were a group, okay? So yeah, I stream 40 hours a month on my channel, We also got to remember the streams that I did with Ava on his channel, or with Mako on his channel, or with Classify on his channel. Okay, so yeah, like you can pull up the statistics all you want, but that's not the full picture. And you know that. You know that damn well. Like me and Ava, we would play those scary games. It would be like 8-10 hour streams. Those don't count towards my time. So sure. And I've already taken responsibility for that. Like yeah, I definitely could have grinded a whole lot harder. But the conditions that we were in, bro, it's not a place that makes you want to grind.
That's true. You know what? He's not the most articulate dude, but there's something there. There's something there. It's fair enough. I don't want to grind in that filth hole. I just don't think many people will, as much as they say they would. I think the average Twitch chatter, you put them in a house like that, the motivation goes to shit. Fair enough, but don't come after the fact. Yeah, I think it's I think it's weird that he thought it was. I guess he didn't expect this to get big. I think it's weird that he thought it was worth bringing up now. I think you should have learned your lesson. You know, realize the mistakes were made, maybe some miscommunication. But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to be responsible for your own fucking life. You got to be responsible for your own life. It was a drunk tweet. Was it? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Hard to grind when you only get 15% incentive? Well, okay, here's the deal. That's not true. They're getting 15% of sponsorships. And that's an exploitative deal. But that doesn't let them off the hook because streaming money, as far as I can tell, and they both agree with this, was 100% theirs. Everything he made from streaming or YouTube was his. So if you're in a content house and your main thing to do all day is grow your personal brand and your team brand, that's your main job, and you have access to the 100 Thieves compound and maybe getting some guests that are big name celebrities like Valkyrie, etc., you know, that's a pretty good starting point. Nobody can disagree that if you're trying to make it as a creator and you have a few hundred viewers, that's like the ideal. I remember when Ludwig, can I find this? When Ludwig had 200 or 300 viewers, let me see. This will be my Google Slides on my old email. Let me see. Is it this one? Let's find out. This is actually pretty legit. If I still have it. Damn, I'm getting flashbangs on my own monitor. Oh, you guys know I fixed my this is a side note. I fixed my Eternal Dark mode. The one that turned chess pieces that were white into black. I fixed it. I finally fixed it. I just fucking reinstalled from root Chrome. Where? Okay, wait. Yeah, here it is. Oh, I found it. Oh, I legit found it. Oh, look at this. I made this for Ludwig. This is gonna be probably maybe even a little embarrassing. This just shows you, by the way, that I didn't think you would cap at 2,000 viewers. Back when, you know, my Best Buy employee friend Ludwig started streaming and had 200 viewers, I made this for him because there was an application to get on 100 Thieves and he wanted to do it. And I was like, man, your application looks like shit. And I make decks a lot for my job. So we made a better one. Ludwig Ogrenex 100 Thieves. Hey, I'm Ludwig. You're 100 Thieves. I'm a gaming content creator with passionate fans, endless energy, and a strong growth story on Twitch. You are the best incubator of content creators in the world with an already legendary brand. Okay, so this is... Yeah, he had 314 average viewers, bro. But you know what I'm saying? So at this level of size, this is what Frosty got. 100... I mean, obviously they laughed Ludwig out of the fucking room, dude. This did not... But, you know what I'm saying? This is like the one... Imagine if this worked. That's what happened to Frosty. And I think you should be a little more appreciative of that situation. And I don't think you should ask for much more than a 60K starting salary and access to great creators as a baseline to grow. It would have been nice if they used their expertise to understand and help you out with some of the challenges you're obviously going to have. Like, I feel like Nadeshot knows the pitfalls that someone like that's going to fall into. This is what you should avoid. You're gonna have a lot of opportunities to be distracted from work. You're gonna have a lot of opportunities to fucking smoke weed, order Uber Eats. You're gonna have to find a way to get some sort of schedule. You want to make content every day. Like, I wish they had helped them a little bit, but it's on them. Sponsor friendly, rapid growth. Yeah. He went from 4 to 314. By the way, this is what I wrote. I made this fucking slide, just to be clear. Just the beginning. Yeah, I did. And you know what? And this next slide says he caps out at 2K. The next slide goes, he caps out at 2K though. So don't think about too much. He's gonna stop. He's gonna cap out. So yeah, I think I guess if I had to sum it all up, man, I would just say, Frosty, clearly you probably shouldn't have brought this up at all. It's not a good look. There's a lot of holes in this story that are piling up. And at the end of the day, you probably, you certainly could have done more with what you were given. Let's not let every big org in esports off the hook on deals. Because imagine they did blow up and they started getting big sponsor money, Tfue style. We'd be having an entirely different conversation right now about how the mob's getting completely fucking wrecked by their 100 Thieves deal. That's my only fucking second point is, if they had blown up, we would be like, damn, these guys are averaging fucking 10, 12K. They're making YouTube videos that are popping, and 85% of their sponsor money is going to fucking 100 Thieves. That's crazy. That's absurd. That's Tfue phase. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the one thing I wish 100 Thieves did differently. Everything else, you got to deal with it. What did Afghan say? Afghan said, I'm getting signed tonight. They want 95% of sponsors, and their biggest streamer is For Connor. Can't wait. Congrats! Congrats, Afghans, for signing the For Connors org. He gets to keep a cool 5% of his sponsorships. That's awesome. Huge for him. No matter your situation, though, when you're half-assing, it's better to be honest. People can expect the direction. So half the audience isn't just thinking you're serious when you're the opposite. Yeah. Yeah. What did Frosty just tweet? Let's see. What did Frosty just tweet? Frosty just tweeted.
I just want to say.
What the fuck is this? A lot of personal growth I've seen today. Hey, a lot of personal growth. Digging his fucking grave. Well, that's the only thing that makes me. Like I said, I don't think he's lying anywhere. I just think he doesn't understand that even if he's telling the truth and everything, it's like a so what. I don't think he's lying because he hasn't streamed. I looked at his stats. He has not streamed, and he said on his stream he's not going to stream again. So if he literally hasn't streamed and doesn't stream after this, what is he? There's nothing to gain. There's no gain. He's completely out of the content creation. This is his first stream in 3 months. So yeah, I don't think he's like making it up to get viewers on his stream and blow up drama. But someone said it great. He has the right to be not mad, but maybe upset at the way things went. But he doesn't have a case for real exploitation. And what it looks like in hindsight was that he was given a not a bad deal, all things considered. He definitely was given a good platform to give it your best shot. Do you think the 85% thing would be fine if 100 Thieves could not take more than a set amount in case the person blew it up? What do you mean? I mean, the length of the deal matters too. The length of the deal matters. If it was a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that all matters because you can renegotiate as you get bigger. But I just think in general, 85% is an absurd number. It's an absurd number. It's more than Roblox takes. Dude, that's trash. I said that from the beginning. Bro, if you are an org and you're taking a bigger cut than Roblox, then you are doing something wrong. End of the day, no matter how dumb Frosty is, no matter how dumb he is, or if he's being lazy, end of the day, you shouldn't sign deals where you're taking a bigger cut than Roblox. Roblox literally farming children for money. The fucking App Store. Apple's got the biggest fucking monopoly. Apple and Google have the biggest monopoly on the biggest service in the world. They take 30%. Oh, is there actual editor in chat? Wait, we got a mob editor in chat. What's his name? Who's the mob editor? Atrioc, do you think this is the outcome of the infancy of management and representation in gaming? Yes, 100%. If you look at early days of sports, like I'm talking about like 30s, 40s or whatever for baseball and things like that, when sports starting to get big on TV and athletes were making some serious money, agents had insane deals. Agents and management and team had insane deals where they would take huge chunks of athlete income. It took a long time for talent in those spaces. Early Hollywood studios would sign actors to like 10 picture deals for no money. So they would make 10 movies and you'd get paid pennies. So esports and gaming is still in these early days. And as it grows, this shit will happen less and less. And that's what I'm kind of pushing for. And I think this is an example to talk about it while still saying, Frosty, come on. There's just not enough evidence that you got exploited here and a lot more evidence that you were pretty lazy. This is him? Who? I know Roblox is huge, but they have a ton of costs to cover. It's comparable to how YouTube has to take a sizable cut of income from monetization too. No, bro. No, Roblox has costs to cover, sure. But you have to think about who's doing the work. Someone's actually creating the full game that someone's playing. They're doing the updates and the patching and making the concept and building it. And what you're talking about is fixed cost versus variable cost. So, for example, YouTube has to set up a server, right? And it's expensive. To send terabytes of data all over the world is expensive, but it's a one-time thing. It's a fixed cost. So for each video that gets put on it, their cost is zero. Every time I make a new piece of content, it's zero. So for them to take a big cut of everything variably, every new piece of content is insane. Because you can get, even if you took a 2% cut, all you have to do is last for long enough, grow for long enough, and you always pay off the fixed cost, and it's all profit. So yeah, it's Roblox has servers, to be sure, and they have maintenance, to be sure, and they have to check things, to be sure. But at the end of the day, they are making boatloads of profit. And some of that profit, a more reasonable amount, can go to people actually making the games. Oh, you're the editor? Okay, not Arid. What were you saying? You were saying, okay. It's insane for Frosty to complain about money when this happened. I know at least 7 people with outstanding commissions over a year old, including 10 like myself. They wouldn't even pay their editors and designers. They ain't going to fill a sponsorship. I cannot stress enough how much they didn't work. Sheesh, we're getting the fucking facts in here. We're getting the facts. Editor shooting. You know what's really crazy is for him to be making what he's making, you know, the 60K and having the setup that he has, when editors, I mean, any content creator really is not, I mean, except for me, any content creator is not working at the level of most editors. Except for me, obviously. My editor, especially Quack, lazy as fuck. My editors, they have the sweetest deal of all time. But everyone else's editors, they're often grustling. Not enough money to pay editors, but enough to pay for a George restaurant. Exactly. Why is Donkey trending on Twitter? Oh, he made a video talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and said it was bad or something. And then JRPG fans are losing it. Oh, you just spoiled a JRPG? That's funny. That's funny. He also tweeted a spoiler. Giga Chad, dude. More classic courage tweeting. What did he say? What is this? I take Frosty's attack on Matt's character as an attack on my own, as well as everyone 100 Thieves for calling us predatory. Sharing great memories together on stream, gifting him thousands of dollars of subs, and offering any YouTube help I can. It hurts. Still love Classy, Mako, and Ava. This is him talking to Frosty with nice things. Okay. Great. What is this? This is a random text message conversation? Is it just proving they text each other? Okay. Oh wait, shit. Courage scorned X. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not so serious. I think he's just just dumb kid, dude. Dumb kid. Another classic from Mr. JD himself. What do you say? Oh, that's Avengers Assemble. That's a classic. That's one of the great tweets of all time. From the editor? All right, what do you say? What do you say? I set up weekly meetings with the mob. Frosty and Ava showed up once, and that was for me to help troubleshoot Ava's PC. The entire Google Doc is ideas that cost little to no money they could do for weekly mob videos. Classy was the only one that ever... Yeah, I mean, everything's adding up that they fucking had a pretty good opportunity and blew it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll tell you. This is all pretty hard evidence, bro. Let me see his good ideas. Let's see if we can yoink him right now. Never have I ever. Reading mean tweets. Roasting fans. I like this one. You guys suck. Yoink. Yeah, get roasted. Fans roast us. Shit, no. I can dish it out, but I can't take it. I don't want to take. I just want. No, don't say you suck. Oh no, it's so mean, bro. There's literally nothing fair about this, bro. There's literally nothing fair about this. This is not fair. What you guys are doing is bullying. It's really mean. I'm here trying to just fucking do my job, and you guys you're absolutely turning it on me. It's cyberbullying. It's not tolerated. I thought we were past that. Try not to laugh. Bad jokes video. These are all, I mean, for 4 guys in the house, these are great ideas. They should have fucking done them. They should have fucking done them. If you make all these videos and you make them pretty solid and you're decently entertaining, that's a YouTube channel, bro. That's a growing YouTube channel. It's funny because I started this with the mindset of like every single person on Twitter is kind of dunking on Frosty because his argument is delivered very stupidly. And I was thinking like, you know what? I think it's worth it to give a more measured take because there are some points in there. But every evidence that comes out seems like not only did they didn't even try, bro. Go to Mako Twitter and his replies. Can you link me? This should be the starter list for a generic YouTuber video. Oh, for sure. For sure. But they can still be funny. And you know what? If you don't think they're going to work, you got to try it first. If you're not doing any videos, you try all of these. You do every one of these till you find what is getting any traction and you double down there. It's somewhere to start. Mako, he couldn't find your stats. Oh, this is when Nadeshot was looking at all their stats. He couldn't find your stats. I know damn well you're thanking God for this moment. Son, I would have been finished. I think Mako was averaging like fucking 50, dude. 20, 30. And streaming no hours. That's like fucking finding actually probably Psychic stats now at the S3K meeting, dude. Psychic streams once a fucking 8-month period now. It's crazy because I pay everyone in S3K $60K a year. And it's fine for me to talk about it. I need to talk about how I'm paying Hoodat, Neg, and Psychic. I'm paying all these guys $60K a year. And I flew them out to LA. And they're just not putting in the work, dude. I do take 99% of all of their income. So technically I'm a net gainer on this. I actually made a huge amount of profit when Evan Gao won Flying Aces. I took all of the money from that, obviously. I'm helping them grind. Drake 1% is generous. That's what I was thinking. How much DoorDash do they order? That's a great question. Actually, I'm going to ask who that right now. I just banned him, though. You think he'll still answer me? I did just ban him. Yikes. I hope he doesn't live in the past. Ringing. He did raid me, and I did ban him. He did D's nuts me, though. Still ringing. His icon turned from yellow to green. He definitely is hearing my phone call. Who dat? Now I know you weren't watching, but you probably are watching now to see what the joke is so you can join in. Who dat? Don't. Who dat? I know you're watching now. I know you're watching right now. Fucking answer the call. Calling again. Calling. Who the hell is? Wait, I don't think I have sound, bro. Bro, we don't have sound. You hear me? Nod your head if you can hear me. I don't see any green bubble. Okay, you can hear me. Can't hear you. You got no. Your thing's not green.
Can't hear you.
Yo.
Oh, what up? What's good?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What up? Hold up. I gotta fix my shit.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. What up?
I wanted to
Wait,
ask.
fuck, I just muted my shit completely. No, I'm gonna be real. You called it the wrong time. I was fucking asleep.
Oh, really? Sleeping on the job, huh?
I was taking a nappy.
What happened to the grind? Who that? That's what I'm worried about. Okay? Because
Hello, wait, are you here? Am I going crazy?
I'm here.
I feel like I'm going crazy right now.
What's going on, dude? This
feels like a fever dream. I
I'm
was
on
like
Nadeshot's
literally
side,
just
dude. I'm
asleep,
on Nadeshot's
and now
side,
all of a sudden I'm in the call,
10,000%. I'm on Nadeshot's side, dude. I'm trying to get the deliverables, and this is fucking crazy.
Hold up, one second.
Now I see what Nadeshot was going through.
Oh, okay.
It's absurd. You there? You hear me?
Yeah, it's working out. It's working out. Hey, what up, big dog? How you doing?
What up? What up? What up? Hey, I'm just checking in, because like I've been watching this Nadeshot stuff, and he put all this money and time into the mob, and they didn't really do any work, right? And they weren't really popping off. And so I'm worried, because we've put so much investment into S3. I'm paying all your salaries.
Well, no,
Right.
Here's the thing. The same thing's happening, except for you didn't pay me any money at all.
But I still take a cut though, so it's like we're still
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a contract
and you
here. Yeah, I
and you
still
took
take
a
my
cut.
cut.
Oh.
What I'm worried about is like, let's talk about Neg Neg, right? He's sort of the Frosty of the situation. I feel like he's not putting in the hours on the stream. How much DoorDash is Neg Neg ordering on an average day or week? How much Uber Eats?
I gotta be real. Probably about 3 or 4. Like 3 or 4 a day. Sounds about right. But yeah, no lie though.
Yeah.
It is. I'm the same way. I didn't stream for like 3 months basically, while like when I first moved.
Yeah.
Just cause like you fucking have friends to hang out with all the time.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to like be able to like balance all that shit. And then like you have to like I was fucking 18 when I moved out.
Yeah. Dude,
I never like did no like adult shit where you had to like pay bills and shit and make sure you have groceries. It's like fucking hard.
I actually agree. I know everyone's clowning this guy on Twitter, but I was actually thinking of you guys and thinking of some other people I've seen in esports that have done it. If you go straight from your parents' house at 18 to a content house with a bunch of your boys, there's going to be some challenges there. That's why I kind of wish 100 Thieves at least gave them some advice or helped them out. Get them started on that when I expected it to happen. They did move in together. Not Psychic, obviously, because he's not nearly old enough. But that'd be weird if Psychic was living with you guys. That'd be odd.
You have to like legally adopt him or something.
Yeah. How has the house been outside of that though? You got it together. It's been a few months. You got groceries now.
It's been like the most fun. Oh,
There
look
he
who
is.
fucking decides to show up.
There he is.
Hello?
What up, Neg Neg? We're just talking about you.
Not
Positive
much
things.
going on. I heard people were talking shit about me.
You know why he stopped streaming? This motherfucker started playing League. He's gone, man. Lost.
Oh no, dude, we gotta figure this
I
out.
blame you. It's your fault.
Bro, we gotta solve this
It's your
problem.
fault.
I'm not getting Nate shotted, dude. I'm not getting Nate shotted. We gotta fucking turn this ship around. You guys here, I got a video idea for you. Actually, I got some video ideas for you.
Yeah.
You guys want me to hit you with them?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you guys could really blow up with these video ideas. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, just give me. I wrote them down. 1 second. I just wrote them down. Let me get these video ideas. Just hold up, because I fucking just. Fuck, where are these video ideas that I just fucking had for you? Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So what if you guys did like you did a try not to laugh, where you sit across from each other and you got water in your mouth. Okay.
That sounds really original.
Sounds like a good idea, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Write that
I
one
think I'm
down.
with that.
Okay. What about shit, these are fucking good. I wrote them all down and they're so good. How about damn, these are fucking
You keep saying these are good, but you're really not giving
Yeah, you're not
the
giving-
ideas.
okay.
I'm noticing.
How about spill your guts or fill your guts? All right. You take turn at a table and then you spin a table or something with like 8 gross ass foods on it. And then you ask an embarrassing or personal question and you have to either answer it or eat the food. Interesting.
Where the fuck are you coming up with these ideas?
Top of the
I
dome.
don't know. I think they all sound
Top
good
of
to
the
me.
dome, Neg. Definitely, these are all my ideas. All right.
Yeah.
Like,
Here's
here's one: the Olympics challenge. Like 100 T did, but you can change it up a lot. That's a good one that I wrote down. Or a Guess Who video with tweets. Oh, guess who? Which tweet? That's a good
How
one.
about we do all of these ideas at the same time in one day on one stream?
Sounds like they'll all be sloppily done.
Well,
Nah, we got production value through the fucking roof. You see how easily I slid into this Discord call?
Yeah, it was
My
pretty
production
easy.
value is up. It's like out of frame.
Neg, how much Uber Eats would you say you consume on an average day?
none. I don't have Uber Eats on my phone.
All right, DoorDash though.
Kevin.
How much
I
ordering?
don't have
you do?
DoorDash either.
You don't order any food.
I either go and I drive and get it, or if like one of my roommates is out, I ask them to get it. I don't order any food. This guy's literally lying if he's telling you I DoorDash anything. I can prove it.
That's so funny.
I got proof.
All right, you got proof.
The proof is that I don't have the app.
Well, you can't. I mean, what's this?
Look.
You're gonna show me every app on your phone?
Where's the app?
Dude, it's right there.
It's literally not there.
It's literally right there.
One of these two is lying. This is a video. 2 truths and a lie. That's a great video right
There you
there. Who else is in your house? I forget. You had a. Was it a guy named John? Am I crazy?
No, he was just visiting.
Oh.
Evan Gao was here for like a few weeks, like he's in the wall probably, or a few days. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I was like falling asleep because my DGen era is like over. I wake up at like 7:30 in the morning now.
Okay.
And I was asleep, and all of a sudden I'm getting a call from Atrioc while I'm asleep, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I'll tell you what's
what I
going on.
You banned me in chat.
Yeah. Well,
It's fucked up.
You D's me. You D's me.
Well, it was a good one.
So it's not a good one. It's the same one. It's the same one you've always been doing. Listen.
How the fuck you get caught by it again then?
Here's the deal, Hudat.
Learn.
I don't want to get nade-shotted here, okay? We have to build S3K into a profitable enterprise. How am I going to get my cut?
Okay.
The whole point is you guys got to get 10K subs each, and then you all host and raid me daily so that when I stop trying, I'm good. Okay? Do you guys understand? That's the plan. That's the goal. So let's make this video happen. Here's one. Break the chain challenge. Pick a topic.
Shade challenge.
Everyone has to say a name or a thing with it. If you hesitate, you get an egg smashed on your head. Who's this? I've never met her.
Noticed that he asked who else lived with you, and you just like neglected to like mention one of your good friends.
I mean, it's like
That was fine.
I feel like it's more his place to say, since like
This is Robin, our roommate. She's also
it's
my girlfriend.
Hi, Robin.
No, I said roommate first. Interesting.
You said roommate before girlfriend.
Yeah, because I don't want to introduce somebody as, that's Neg-Neg's girlfriend. That's rude. That's a rude thing to do.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, context matters, I think.
Yeah, all right. Well, nice to meet you, Robin. Do you stream?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, all our hopes are on you. Everyone,
Okay.
I'm giving up on Neg and Hudat. He's sleeping on the job. Robin, you're the future. All right, you're headed straight to the top.
Okay, yeah. That's
So,
cool. I do
okay.
Pizza Podcast monthly, and I do the best of where I share embarrassing photos of them. Also on my
I want to
thing.
watch that. That sounds really funny.
No.
What's the next one? Let's make the next one the best one, and we'll all tune in.
Sure.
When is it? What time? Give us a time. Do you have a time?
When does the next month start?
In a couple days.
A couple days.
Okay, in a couple. I guess let me know.
We'll do Monday next week. At 7.
Yeah.
Monday at 7.
Monday at
Central.
7 is literally the one time I
I
can't
know
do
she's
it.
leaving out a core component of this, that her Twitch channel is water_addict.
Water
Like,
underscore
got it.
addict. All right, we're checking out
Yeah.
waters. All our hopes are on Water Addict to save S3K.
Real big, huge.
All right.
That's a lot of pressure. You
Listen.
need a lot of help.
I'm sorry to wake you up from your nap. I'm sorry that I banned you. You did D's nuts me. All right, so we'll call it even. I am paying you guys all $60K a month, so it does feel weird that I'm not.
Oh,
That's not. Well, that's not. I haven't. Yeah. I've not gotten that in my
specifics.
PayPal.
Obviously, Psychic's your lawyer, and he's holding it.
Psychic's the lawyer.
Psychic's the lawyer. He's the negotiator. He's the marketer. And so I will be talking to you about the deliverables we need, but I did really hope to see a big hit soon. So let's
listen. All I'm saying, give me like a month, and we'll be good. It's back. We're back.
You need a month more of League to get back?
I'm not still playing. Not a month of playing League.
You're also playing.
That's not what I'm asking. Like, you know.
He says he pockets it all and takes a chance. That's a cute cat. Why aren't you guys doing cat content? That's free.
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I feel like my cat, because this isn't my cat. This is Robin's cat.
Right. So Robin has the regular show, and she has the cat.
Okay, well, I have a cat too, but he's kind of like shy, and he sits under my bed.
Just a little scary cat. He does not leave the room.
All right. All right. Well, look, man, I'm gonna let you sleep, but we'll figure this out. We're gonna do something
now.
great.
It's like that. Now I'm like awake and like active again.
Right.
So it's like.
So what are you thinking?
You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, I think we should get our PayPal information right, because that 60K that you owe us hasn't came in yet.
Oh yeah, okay, no, for sure. Talk to Psychic. He's got it all. He'll get you hooked up. Yeah. Thanks again. Have a good one. Talk to you guys soon. Right. Love you guys. Oh man, what a good group of fellas. What a good group of fellas. Can't believe that I'm paying them so much, but that's me. I guess I'm the Nadeshot. I guess I'm getting Nadeshotted. There goes the security deposit. I can't believe that she fucking said Monday at 7. Literally the one time a week that I have a fucking scheduled stream that I obviously can't go watch embarrassing photos of fucking who dat. I literally cannot. Insane. Listen, I didn't get much done today. I didn't get much done today. I didn't get much done today. This was not a very productive stream. That being fair, I got more done today than Frosty did. Wasn't there a sponsor? I'm just gonna talk to him, do it tomorrow. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. I think if I do the sponsor today on this discussion, not worth it. I want to give it to him to the HBO Max. I'd rather give him the HBO Max, which, by the way, is gonna be it's fire. It opens up with Pickle Rick, dude. Just a little taste. It opens with Pickle Rick, dude. It's a fucking banger. It's a banger presentation. But it'll take me an hour and a half probably. I bet if I had it, maybe an hour. I can't do it anyway. I thought it was so interesting. I want to talk about that while it was still alive, the Frosty stuff. And thanks for the editor for stopping and giving me that information. I think I had some unique perspective just because I knew the S3K guys were doing a similar thing, and I've seen it happen in esports. And I wanted to add this stuff with the contracts. Boys, I am doing a little short stream today. I have to go talk to Ari and watch a movie with her that I promised. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do wins and fails into targeting. Ready to go. Launch it. Rock it. Dink, bink, bink. Sevens. Appreciate it. Is Who Dat live? Or is any S3K live? It kind of makes me realize that I'm not paying them any money and they're not really in Oregon. I didn't promise them anything. But I could probably... Oh, Evan Gow's live. Go watch Evan Gow, dude. We're gonna... maybe we should help out S3K a little more. They did make some great content for some of the greatest videos on my channel. Go check out Evan Gow. Give him some love. He's playing Minesweeper in Sexy September. And I will give you a 7. I appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow for a really good targeting. All right? Bye. Adios. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the bait and switch a little bit.